Hey guys, welcome back to the video. And this one is a special one. It's one of the few westerns that I think I'll probably enjoy quite a bit for a while. Juarez, Gunslinger. And you guys know this one's been out for years. But I figured it'd be fun just to, play through it. Find some secrets, stuff like that. Anyway, play a game. Story. Pretty normal. Abilene, Kansas, 1910. Don't.
Whoa, easy boy.
I absolutely love Silas Greaves. He is awesome. My dad even old Gunslinger. This is like a year before Red Dead takes place, I think. First one, not.
Don't I know you, sir? Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
What are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawman who crossed it.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Once upon a time in Stinking Springs.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Just one. Dead or alive. Oh.
You heard
Check that out.
you need to stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
What the hell? Shoot that sumbitch!
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out of here. So that's just what I did.
That one behind him! They are covering fire!
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
I'll do you myself!
Lincoln County War is often considered one of the most famous examples of a range war in the history of the West. Range wars were conflicts over the control of open range, or rangeland freely used for cattle grazing. The disputes were usually over grazing or water rights, but in this case, the fight was over control of the dry goods trade in Lincoln County. The quarrel arose around a conflict of interest between the Dolan Murphy faction and a newly arrived Englishman, John Tunstall. At first, they tried to use the legal system to resolve their dispute, but soon the fight evolved into a conflict between armed gangs. Murphy and Dolan had ties to outlaws like John Kinney and his gang and Jesse Evans, whose outfit was known as the Bullets. They were responsible for the death of Tunstall, which became the central catalyst of the conflict. The other side had the Regulators, William Bonney, aka Bill the Kid, alias Henry Carty. William Bonney rode with them, promising revenge on the man who murdered Tunstall. Both sides were sworn in by different officers of the law, so technically they were all acting within the law. After the Regulators were defeated, some of their members became fugitives, and just like Billy Kid, met untimely and violent enemies. Let's see here. Of course I can take this. Akimbo Gunslinger.
Watch out! He's one of them! God damn, he's right behind me! Where the hell
This man was running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off.
Son of a bitch is running!
Reload.
Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
Damn you! I'm done with you!
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
I love Billy Kid.
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a
My
few
overall
bucks.
favorite Gunslinger probably not all they got. Thought Holly's pretty out there too. Oh,
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you! Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but I just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
I can't see them.
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
That's exclusive.
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
Can I level up again? Nope. E.
And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear.
Charlie Beaudre.
I passed Dirty Dave,
Dave.
and upstairs I found
Steve.
Billy and Charlie both.
There. Pat Garrett was relentless in his pursuit of Billy the Kid and his gang. Garrett and his posse tracked them into a deserted stone farmhouse in Stinking Springs and surrounded the building. Keeping Billy company was a colorful collection of desperados. Among them was Tom Pickett, Billy Carson, Charlie Beaudre, and Dirty Dave Hurtaba. This is Dirty Dave. This is Young Guns 2 stuff. Hurtaba crossed paths with legends such as Dave Mather, Bat Masterson, Wyatt Earp, and Doc Holliday, and died in a rather unsavory manner as he was struck and decapitated by a Mexican machete in 1886. Charlie Beaudre, who probably killed Buckshot Roberts in the Blazers in the Blazers Mill gunfight did not survive the siege at Stinking Springs, as a bullet hit him in the chest while he was passing a window. And the others surrendered the following day, in December 23rd, 1880. After Dirty Dave hoisted the white flag, the captured criminals were transported to Santa Fe, where Billy the Kid was taken to Massilia, where it was sentenced to death by hanging. He was then moved to Lincoln, New Mexico, to await an execution. It never happened, however, as the Kid pulled off a spectacular jailbreak.
I'll do you myself.
Oh,
How about that?
what's that? I hope love. Someone looked really cool. Billy the Kid looks kind of.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming. That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side." I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. "They got a Gatling," Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention." He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Go for it! Those poor sons of bitches are done for!
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack is just joshing with you now.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Graves, please continue.
Please, call me Silence. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Right. Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. After the fight, maybe we could treat ourselves to some fried chicken.
Yeah. Fried chicken.
And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star. You challenged him to a showdown.
Those designs look really cool.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Question is, of this smart or dishonor.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. Stepped inside, and bam! Last thing I heard was Garrett's voice.
That's not Billy.
That's not Billy.
And go on, how did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
I let my computer begin. I do just one level? Or do I do two? So we got 2 minutes. I'm here. Still got another video to record tonight, so hey, you'll help me get this. I better stretch this on a little bit longer. Plus, I never really like doing hour-long videos. Anyway, that's gonna be it this time, fellas. Hope y'all enjoyed. I certainly did, and remember to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good one. Adios.